Look outside. Look into the shiny pool of water.
Definitely not an ordinary pool of water.
Do you know what the mirror pool can do? I advise not falling in, Doctor, but if you do not enter the mirror pool. It's a magical body of water that can create clones of person the moment they say certain words and enter the water. You don't want a clone of you running around, do you?
I'm not a clumsy oaf. I won't fall. Wait, clones?
Actually, I'm curious now. If you look at your reflection, what color is it? Do you have the wings?
No wings, but I can't tell what color it is. It's switching between brown and grey. Was was I brown? I thought for sure I was grey.
I'm gonna need to approach this with extreme caution. Like way more than you would naturally do. But whatever you do, don't touch the water. Doc, be careful. That pool. I don't think you want to face yourself at the moment. You know, I'd be careful if I were you, considering your condition. Who knows what you'll see.
What?
You ever thought of interacting with a version of you that has no name? He has nothing, and he lives in a void chamber.
What the hell is this?
Is the mere pool causing the headache for you, Doc? It does seem like something that would break the laws of reality. Well, whatever you do, don't peer into it. But if you do not look into the water.
Shh! A little late for that, my head won't stop pounding.
Be careful around that pool of water, Doctor. It can make your demons so much more real, especially the self-loathing of yours. I know you've imagined yourself before, but this is very different and much more dangerous.
I don't want to be here. I want more than anything to just get in the TARDIS and leave. But I owe it to Twilight to figure this out.
I think you're at some place called the Mirror Pool. It's known to have properties that allow some phone to make a copy of themselves. Maybe a clone is one of the roots to this mess.
Clones. Why is it always clones? And copies. I'm so sick of it. Robots, changelings, unicorns. Just leave me alone.
Doc, you have got to be careful here. This is our Pinky copied herself, and well, I doubt I have to say that clones and copies are always scarier than people think. Be careful, Doc. This is Mirable. Pinky once used to create copies of herself. But things got out of control, and Twilight had to banish the copies back to the pool. At least we think. This was only the copies that got sent back.
God, I do not want to imagine a town full of pinkies. Well, let's get a reading and get out of here.
Doc, is there someone behind you? Whoosh.
Hmm?
Is that a wisp of magic? Kind of looks like how Twilight sent the copies back, doesn't it?
Does it?
Well, there's at least one thing that would definitely cause a 20 times worse pinky headache and 20 more pinkies.
I cannot even begin to describe the nightmare I'm having right now.
The day when Twilight got rid of Pinky's clones, they got shot back into the pool. Hopefully it's not today.
Too bad. Looks like it's today.
Luckily, Doctor, you don't need to worry about murdering the clones. Twilight will take care of that for you.
There's so many of them.
I am getting a horrible feeling that if the mirror pool has something to do with this, you might not have been dealing with the real Pinky.
No, wait, I'm the real one.
Oh dear Lord. Doctor, is it possible that the Pinkie Pie that was going around killing ponies was actually a clone of Pinkie Pie? I mean, Twilight was using a spell to eliminate the Pinkie Pie clones. So what if she accidentally killed the real Pinkie Pie with the clone itself that was left? That means the Pinkie Pie clone was going around living out Pinkie's life. Do you think it's possible that one of the Pinkie clones took her place and left the real one in the mirror pool? The mirror pool is a magical cloney thingy. Perhaps Mesa Pinky was not the original. The mirror pool. You don't think the wrong Pinkie stayed, and the real Pinkie Pie was sent back to the Mirror, or maybe the Mirror itself fundamentally changed the original Pinkie Pie. Pinkie used the Mirror to create multiple clones of herself, but each time she did, the clones became more and more different from the original. It's possible one had become unhinged and escaped. Oof, the Mirror. Pinkie used that to make a bunch of clones of herself that overrode Ponyville. Twilight sent them all back, but there was a risk of sending the wrong Pinkie back. You don't think that's what happened? Dun dun dun! Holy smokes, it's the Miracle! Does this mean that Murder Pinkie is one of the clowns? In the Miracle, that's why Pinkie is different. She's in Pinkie either the pool itself was altered to make evil clones, or Twilight sent the real Pinkie away and kept a clone who went bad.
She cheated. I would have won, but she cheated. That's not fair.
Attack of the Clones.
Help me.
Blub. Doc, this all might be Twilight's doing, just warning you. What if Twilight shot her on Pinkie? Having her to be the reason everything went to shit seems certainly chaotic. Oh my god. Twilight killed the real Pinkie by accident. And the survivor, after seeing her sisters get murdered, wanted revenge. It all makes sense.
Oh no. No, 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 no. This is worse than I thought. So much worse. Oh, Twilight, I'm so sorry. So sorry.
Oh, that got dark. What are you standing there for? Save her. Oh, don't just fucking stand there, Doctor. Do something. Make some gizmo. Use your brain. Save Twilight's friend. Don't you dare give us some kind of excuse that you don't save even where Twilight's friend's life is at stake. You have the power. Take some fucking responsibility.
I can't. That's too high of a risk. I do know how this magic works, and I could very easily make things worse.
Is there a way you can get her out? Is there any way you can get the real Pinkie out? You're right there. You're right here. There has to be a possibility, right?
Not here. Not now. There may be other ways, though.
Does the Pinkie thing make your headache worse? A project of the thing giving you a headache is sure to make your headache worse, yeah.
This pool is an anomaly. What it creates are dangerous and infected with temporal energy.
So Doc, maybe you should investigate the place. Your headache could be a side effect from it after all.
I hate the whole idea of this place. I'd rather not be here, and I have a damn good reason.
Can you try and figure out what that thing is made of? What created it?
Well, I can already tell you it's about 80% magic.
Scanning mode go.
But let's see if there's anything I recognize.
Let me guess. The Mirror is a weak point in the walls between universes, and that's where the bleeding is coming through.
The mirror pool is more like the gun that caused the bleeding weak points with a chaotic magic clone bullet.
I imagine it's time to meet your maker, Doctor.
It's him.
If something were to clone you and break your personality down to the basics, remove all the connections you made in your life, what would that look like? You may want to keep an eye on Doctor. There's a good chance there might be a clone that got away.
It doesn't matter. Don't think about it. It doesn't matter.
Hey, Doctor, I suggest a change of strategy. I call it getting the hell out of here ASAP. If you know what's good for you, this reeks of trouble. Ooh, derpy now. Derpy, quickly, while Jack is walking away, make sure to take the screwdriver back. Jack might be having his own issues going on, and they already have Neo in their systems. Taking the screwdriver not only gives you Neo to chat with again, but also gives you a handy tool that must have been sent to you for a reason.
Okay, but I don't see why it matters if Jack is here or not when I take it. No one said I couldn't when it was done, and it's clearly safe, so.
Aren't you worried that Dinky and Sparkler could be targeted by the Unicorn Killer? I mean, the killer will even strike in Catalot if they wanted to. They could even go after Warden.
Of course I'm worried. But Dinky's magic is really strong. And Warden's a trained soldier. It'd be hard to take them down, I think.
Derpy, when's the last time you saw Professor Pace after the changelings invaded Canterlot?
Oh, I visited him after my last visit with my therapist. I was worried he had a hole in his ear, and he told me it was from a fight he had with a friend who needed help. I told him a bit about what happened with the doctor, but I didn't tell him everything. I don't want him to get too upset about it.
Derpy, the bow that you're wearing is still Dr. Green tie, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a reminder of who he was, who I'm trying to fight for.
My best advice is to give up on loving him. You don't know if you'll be able to help him. And even if you're able to, you don't know what happens next. If you still have feelings for him while doing this, you'll get hurt.
It's not so easy to do. I was in love with him for so long, and I can't accept that he's not himself right now.
Derby, it's time you knew something. The one who blew the bubbles back when you were a filly was the doctor's future self. He met his future self who looked like his wings were torn off.
It's just so that gives me even more reason to believe that he's still there. Somewhere deep down.
Jack basically is a living embodiment of for the greater good. He killed his grandson to save a planet. I think you can trust him to save your universe, but just know you, Dinky, Sparkly, your brother, and anybody else to be sacrificed if he deems it necessary.
Sometimes the doctor has had to make hard choices, sacrifice a few for the many, even if he really didn't want to. But he never forgets, and he never stops punishing himself for it. Maybe Jack is the same way?
Hey, this is probably going to be censored, but the doctor isn't the only one dealing with a bit of split personality. Jack is also exhibiting systems. Derby, look out for changes you saw in the doctor occurring in other people, especially when triggered by the mention of something or someone.
I don't know him very well, so it's kind of hard to tell. But he does seem a little off. Maybe I should check on him?
Someone else take questions.
Hey, Jack. Long time no see. How you been since the doctor decided to kill you?
Oh, shitty, really shitty.
Cause and effect can be hard to figure out, Jack. Especially when time travel is involved. Well, there's definitely a connection between the doctor and the temporal collapse. It might not be directly related.
Everywhere when and where he goes, it causes a huge strain on the universe. And more Crabbexes and from other realities. I don't know how that isn't directly related.
Jack, aren't you damaging the timeline by being here too? And the Master, he has been here for centuries, maybe millennium. How has he not damaged the timeline?
Could the fact that the Doctor's mere existence causes rifts in reality relate to the fact he's not from this universe? In that case, wouldn't Jack and the Master have similar effects, or is it whatever's corrupting him?
The Master might have changed the history of this universe and made it vulnerable to chaos, but the Doctor's the one who's making things merge and distort. And me, I try not to mess around with time too much, just in case.
Hey, Jackie boy, what you got against Derpy? Also, how's Torchwood, once not connected to government, UN, or any organization, but now controlled by the Master? You know, the guy who committed genocide of several species, tried to take over the universe multiple times, tortured you for fun, and oh yes, a father of spoilers.
I don't have anything against her. I just don't think it's a good idea to get her this involved. And I'm not happy about working with the master, but I can't deny he's provided me with everything I need to take the doctor down.
Hey, Jack. Tell me if it comes to your last option regarding the doctor. Can you do it without regrets?
Did you get yourself to kill the doctor, Jack?
I'll do what I have to. If the doctor gets any worse, then he's better off dead.
Jack, what happened to your eyes?
Damn, it's happening again. I knew it.
Jack, you've been turning grey too. Sometimes, especially when talking about the doctor.
Jack, you spent a lot of time with the doctor while he was under the effects of that weird condition. Have you considered the chance that you might have caught this disease while with him?
Oh, he infected me. Alright, that bastard. It's just so hard to pick up on whenever it takes over.
I forget. Is this discorded Jack or regular old Jack?
Jack, are you discorded? You betrayed the doctor just like Derby betrayed him.
Hmm?
Aw, kitty.
Oh, good grief. Jack, don't do it!
No.
What?
Wait.
Inconsolably traumatized mare in 3, 2.
Why did you do that? If only I got your finger reaction.
Derby, wait, we can explain. Jack's fine. He's just working on a developing issue.
Don't worry about it. He's fine.
Don't worry about Jack, Derby. Dying is nothing new to this guy. Don't worry, Derby. Jack's a professional dyer. He does this all the time.
Maybe I realize what this looks like, but Jack will be fine.
Like they're saying, he can't die, alright?
Derby, don't! Jack is immortal. He's killing himself in order to reset the discordation on himself.
He's infected, and he fights off the infection by dying every once in a while. Still, you didn't need to see that.
Thank you.
Jack might seem a bit standoffish, but there are days when he shows he's really dedicated to his team. The virus just makes it difficult for him to show that side more. I suggest the two of you get to know each other better. I think you might have a lot more in common than you realize.
Sorry, this is gonna sound really weird, but I feel really comfortable right now. Like, I know you somehow.
I get a lot of, but I hope that means we can be good friends.
I don't see why not.
If it's not working correctly, try turning it off and on again.
I didn't miss anything, did I? Haha, you narrowly missed my hoof up your rabbit hole if you traumatized Derpy. But other than that, not a thing.
You're really okay?
I'm almost disappointed.
Yeah, you're friends.
Yeah, you're
No. Bad Jack. I know you can't die, but that's still not okay.
Sorry. Sorry, I have to take drastic measures to keep myself under control.
Jack, does killing yourself stave off the discorded effect?
Yes, I found that out the first time I died while under its effects. It keeps creeping back whenever I falter.
Well, that's a rather extreme remedy, but I guess it works.
It's a good thing, though. It helps us research this magic. It keeps me from abandoning the mission.
Try to avoid talking about the doctor. Maybe ask him a bit about himself. Might as well get better acquainted if you're going to be seeing more of each other.
Yeah, I got a lot of reasons to be pissed. And I am, but I can handle talking about him. Hell, he's the whole reason I even exist right now. If I'd run into him, I'd have stayed mortal.
Well, he is from the same dimension as the doctor.
The same dimension? You mean the humans?
The humans, yes. Hands, feet, 90% skin, walking in 2 legs.
Can you still really go back?
Derby, it's all right. Jacko's an old friend of the doctor's, so he knows what you're feeling. That both you want to help the doctor.
The doctor has a special place in my heart. I'd say I was head over heels for him, but he's always avoided that kind of thing as long as he could help it.
Oh, wow, I guess we do have something in common.
Jack, are you going to tell Derby what happened between you and the doctor? You guys should share what you both know. You're both his friends, so work together to save him.
I'm not sure how, but he infected me with the curse he's under. We were under attack at a casino, and he just ran away and let them destroy everything. Kill everyone, even me. I lost my mind. I threatened to shoot him if he didn't take us home. He got a hold of the gun, shot me, and threw me out the others from high in the air.
He attacked me, but I didn't threaten him like that. Sometimes I wasn't even doing anything. Anyways,
I think the second personality is not only separate from him, but may want to take over him entirely. Are you prepared to deal with that?
Would it be my first rodeo possession? We'll fight it and try to find a way to bring the doctor back.
yeah.
To Ditsy and Jack, what would you do if healing the doctor doesn't totally reverse him back? What if bringing him back means losing a lot of who he was?
As long as he's not as bad as he is right now, as long as some part of him is still intact, I'll support him.
If he saw something so terrifying like change who he was, even after being cured, I'd take care of him if he'd let me.
Oh, it's so cute.
Jack, you mentioned that of all the people who moved from the human verse to the ponyverse, only the doctor seems to be corrupting the timeline so badly. Could it be the diseases was causing the disruptions, not the doctor himself?
It's still the doctor who's infected with it. If that's the case, if we can't separate the two, then I'm going to do what the doctor would have wanted.
Jack, if dying temporarily fights the curse for you, and you don't change when you come back to life, then maybe instead of killing the doctor, but forcing him to regenerate, we'll cure him. Regeneration is not like your fixed point rebirth, it's a complete healing process. It's worth trying at least.
At this point, I'm wondering if the only way to get the doctor back is make him regenerate.
The problem is, it still comes back after I die, and there's the chance the same will happen with the doctor. That, and we don't know if he has any regenerations left.
Derby, did you think to make a copy of the TARDIS key while you still had it?
Oh, I don't think it could be happy like a normal key.
Derby, do you think it's possible that either you or the future doctor sent that sonic screwdriver to the past?
It might be possible, but I don't know for sure. Only you would know.
Wait, backtrack a second. Derby, you know what a gun is?
I've never seen one like that, but I've seen them on adventures.
They're shaped for human guns are hard as hell to use with Whooves, but I can't give up the nostalgia.
Well, Davey, did Doctor mean anything else to you besides a hero and a savior? Do you still think it's up to him now to save the day?
was my friend. I liked him even before he remembered he was a doctor. Maybe I let his heroics get to my head and I started having too many expectations. Maybe this is bigger than him. Maybe he needs help.
Well, help forge a happy ending or any ending that comes our way. I've got hope we'll somehow get something good in the end.
He's been saving us for so long. It's our turn to save him.
Aw. I don't know how you're doing it, but I haven't felt this burning passion for the Doctor since before the 456 incident.
456.
Oh, sorry, 456.
Torchwood reference. That's where
Hmm.
he killed his grandson to save the world.
Ah.
Children of Earth. You what?
An alien race threatened to destroy the world if we didn't give them 10% of our children. And because the Doctor never showed up, I had no choice but to use my grandson's life to stop them. I have never forgiven him or myself. Oh. Okay.
3%.
His voices are not much longer.
I'd like to see Neo in a different form, aside from being an eye on a screen. Maybe make an image of yourself.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's just better.
Tada's old girl, please share only the necessary things to Neo. Don't need all the Doctor's exploits to be in there, that's all I mean.
Don't worry. She's only sending me what's useful, so no doctor on the toilet.
Time for Neo to see what he missed. Wonder what he'll think about how you and Captain Jack parted ways.
And a lot of his actions so far seem so illogical. For him, I copied his service memories and emotions. I should know.
Neo, how does it feel seeing the person who was supposed to teach you about morality fall so far? I want to assure you that he isn't all bad, but the Doctor has lived so long and lost so many people that he is used to it. You will find that even the best life forms, both organic and synthetic, are morally grey. You're going through your teen years, so you already figured out the world sucks. Hopefully you'll soon realize it isn't all bad either. Even if the people you love can do bad things.
I feel angry at what did this to him. If he recovers from this, he's never going to forget the awful things he's done in this state.
Hank, Neo, if you want more info on the Doctor, this tidbit might help. While the Doctor can fight his way back into being brown, and thus looking a lot more like his previous self, it's not complete. The discordant nature never goes away completely, it just becomes pretty subdued.
So he is fighting it, but it's not enough to make it go away. He obviously can't face it alone.
Wait, Jack went all grey, but when the Doctor goes grey, he still has his blue eyes.
That must be because of how he's fighting. Maybe it's something to do with it being a Time Lord. It's what little bit of him color's left into him.
What's the diagnosis, Dr. Neo?
From what I've gathered, I'd say most of his emotional magic has been converted to a corruptive, chaotic magic that feeds on his negative emotions and dulls the positive. There's also a licking energy that's similar to regeneration energy. It seems to be fighting off the foul magic in bursts, but it can't keep up with the dark magic.
Neo, what if you're talking to both Derby and the Doctor at the same time?
I am, and I'm not. It's a little too complicated to explain.
Oh, for the love of Luna. Neo, what does the TARDIS say this timeline diverged from the main one? Once we know that, all Jack needs to do is use his VM to go back to that day to try and fix it.
This isn't anything anyone with the technology here can fix, and pinpointing the divergence isn't the same as pinpointing the safest point to fix. This is a paradox we're talking about here. They need to be treated delicately. And back to Doctor. So, okay. So, does that mean Discord is the cause of all this? Are you sure that Discord didn't do anything to you? I mean, does that really energy preventing Neo from looking into it?
Discord showed me the truth. I came to my own conclusions about it.
So, what makes him so scary to you, Doc?
It's hard to explain. His power, his energy, it's massive and oppressive. It strips away will and hope.
Doc, do you ever think about the fact that the mirror pool feels wrong because you yourself are a clone? Maybe you're a clone, Doc.
Oh, here we go again, trying to pry into what's none of your business. I know what I am, and I've been trying to take responsibility for it. That's all that matters.
Hello, Doctor. I have been wondering what if you're the real doctor? Someone else asks, what it would be like if someone made a clone of you and broke it down to the basics. And to be perfectly honest, that sounds like you. But what do you think?
I think you need to drop this before we end up somewhere we don't want to go.
Doctor, we want to know what happened in that cave. It's time to confront the truth. And I'm sorry, but there's no running from this.
I faced it. No one else needs to.
Doc, we have no idea what demons you're facing, but we want to help you. Not as a hero, not as a renegade, Time Lord, but you, as you are right now. Is there anything we can do to help you? Trust us. You're practically trembling out there. It's so concerning to see you like this.
Just try to give me courage. It's so hard. And don't let me be alone.
Oh. Doctor, I have a question. What is it you desire most? What do you want to achieve from all you do?
I don't know anymore. I just do it like I'm supposed to do it. In this life, I never really thought about what I wanted, so I've been trying to find it. That's why all the drinking, the sex, everything.
Hey, Doc, you say regrets, but answer this. Is your biggest regret putting your mayor friend Derby in the hospital?
My biggest regret is making any of you aware of it.
Hey, Doc, it seems that if you hadn't been pulled into Gracia in the future, you would have gotten a brand new set of regenerations. Didn't you regenerate into an old man, and then into a woman, which is the current regeneration doctor from the Prime Universe?
Oh, well, good for him and her then. I just love hearing about what could have been.
I have a theory, Doctor. Since you want to Trenzalore, in either timeline and universe, you could have died in your last regeneration, but what if by accident, since you were forced here, you took another Time Lord's lives, a doctor's regenerations, but the body recognizes it's not your own, not knowing how many lives you took, and possibly that doctor took your place, equal out your original universe, just a theory.
Still none of your business, but your theory is wrong. It was a theory of mine at one point too, honestly.
Doctor, do you really not care anymore? Do you not care at all? I mean, seriously, you did care for so long, but all the sudden one moment you had to give up everything, just sit there alone in your TARDIS. Just you. I was just letting bad things happen and doing nothing about it.
I don't want to care. I don't want to give myself away piece by piece until there's nothing left. I give my spirit, my mind, my heart, all for the sake of others. Now I don't have much left to give.
I'm sick of these cowards. You did what needed to be done. You always do. You could have done nothing.
And we'd be worse off. Oh, boo-hoo. The doctor saved us all yet again, but he's not doing it ethically. You have to grow up, everyone.
Right. So I cut corners. That just means I save everyone faster and more or less likely to die.
Hey, Doc. How have you been? Wonderful, I'm sure. Well, I have no idea of when this will get through to you, but I can't say that for sure. If you aren't doing well, it always gets better, okay? Hang in there, Doc. I'm sure you can get through this. If you're fine, ignore everything I just said. Here's a crate of veggie burgers.
It always gets better or worse. Neither are perpetual for me.
You keep going on about how you're sick of trying to be a hero or a good person or shouldering all these burdens yourself. But you don't have to do any of those things. You never have. Honestly, it's amazing that you keep forgetting that you're, even though you say it all the time, you're a doctor. The doctor. And you've never been anything more than that. You don't have to be a good hero, or a good person to help people. And you don't have to shoulder burdens alone.
But is that really who I am now? I want to say it is, but I know it isn't.
All right, Doc. If you think you can't be here anymore, then ask yourself why call yourself the Doc. I heard tell that name you use as being. Tell me, what is the meaning behind the name Doctor? Why do you still bother calling yourself the Doctor at this point? It seems like the name applies to you, but as well as sobriety and sanity. You say you don't care. That's not who you are, so why keep calling yourself that? It's not just these voices who won't let you drop it. You're just as bad, if not worse. You lose so much time and effort in avoiding being the doctor that it seems almost all you seem to be spend time doing.
I guess it just lets me hold on to some ounce of goodness. I'm not sure what I am, but I know I don't want to let go of all my goodness.
Hey, Doc, remind me of something. Remind me that how it was when you were a good person. Why are you like this right now? Why don't you try to come back to how it was?
I don't feel like I can. I feel empty, and I've crossed too many lines. I'm dangerous and unstable, and I don't know who or what I want to be.
Are you gonna tell Twilight that she is the cause of the Pinkie Pie mess? Doctor, you should go see Twilight and ask her if she was sure that the last Pinkie Pie she killed was actually a clone and not the real Pinkie Pie. Although she realizes that the killer was actually a clone of her best friend and she actually killed her best friend back then, that might make her depressed.
How could I possibly do that to her? Her heart's already broken. I don't need to turn it to powder.
If you tell Twilight this, it'll break her. She'll blame herself for everything. You can't tell Twilight, Doc. She was already depressed about what happened to her friends. I just know she'll break apart when you tell her that she accidentally erased the Pinkie Pie and that one with the clone.
She's already so fragile, I don't know how much more she can take.
Is there a way of, or maybe saving the real Pinkie and fixing the timeline? So, what's the plan, Doc? Now, Doctor, is there a way to save Pinkie? So, is there a way to bring the Pinkie Pie back, or is she just dead?
I don't know anything for sure.
Is it possible to help the real Pinkie, or at least ask her what happened? What did she mean she did? Or maybe should just go see for yourself the moment when Twilight shot the wrong Pinkie. Pinkie said that the clone cheated. Maybe you should observe the elimination process very closely to figure out which clone it was.
I can't just watch. I need to figure out the best moment to change it.
Doc, is there really no way it can go back further and stop Pinkie Pie from licking the mirror pool in the first place? Now that you've witnessed it, it is this fixed point in timeline. Is it even possible to fix things, universe glitches?
Bingy looking into the pool is a fixed point, but after that point, time goes into a flux. Probably because of all the chaotic magical energy the clones were giving off.
What did Pinky mean by she cheated? That sounds like the next step to finding what changed the timeline. One of the clone that got away made a deal with the devil, so to say. That could explain why she cheated to win.
That's obviously the moment that we need to undo, but it's not so simple.
What if you research the mirror pool and find a way to bring back the real Pinkie Pie? She must still be in there, right?
I'm an amateur at magic. The best pony I know to ask about magic is...
No, what about Pinkie? Maybe could get Twilight to help her out. I don't know. Just don't leave Pinkie there. Twilight may be able to help figure out how to save the real Pinkie. She's incredibly intelligent after all.
Twilight.
I watched you come so far and do so much. You're amazing. It is unbelievable how much you have grown and changed just being you. You're wonderful and brilliant. Thank you for doing this for Twilight's sake. I'm sure she appreciated it. Thank you for doing what you can for her. You are doing right for her.
Doing right for her. But I want to be selfish. I don't want to say goodbye. But it's better if I don't let anyone too close. Right?
Doc, you're never alone, even in the darkest, even at the dumbest. There will always be people who care about you. I know we're just voices chatted with us, but you're never alone. Doc, you'll not be alone. Just have the voices in your head to always try and help. It's not too much, but we're here for you, even if we're not the most helpful people. You won't be alone, Doctor, as long as you'll have support. Well, better or worse. Over better or worse, we're here. We're not going anywhere. Hey, it's okay, Doc. Even if we can't see or hear us or whatever, we're still there, no matter what. You aren't alone. You're not alone, Doctor. Nor will ever be. We'll always be here for you, Doctor. I won't be going anywhere. You'll never be alone, Doctor. You always have us. Oh, it's precious. You're not alone. We won't ever leave you alone, Doctor. The question is how many of us are on your side? Innocent smile. Don't worry, Doc. I'll always be there for you no matter what. After all, you need help. Our help. Have we ever left you, Doctor? We've always been here, even in your darkest time, for good or ill. You must remember your own words. Courage is being afraid and doing what must be done. Anyways, you are strong enough. We're here for you. Always give up. We never leave you alone on purpose. And even if there are a lot of mean people, most of us still love seeing you. You're always there for the universe. But this time, you just need to worry about your universe, and we're right here with you. I care about you, Doc. Doc, you're not alone. Doc, I don't know you very well, but I'm here for you. Kiss him a soft, fleshy bunny. I hope this helps comfort you. Aww.
All right. No need to throw a cheese festival for me.
You're not going to You're not going to figure out who you are by sitting around idle.
Ever heard of meditation? Not that I'm really doing it, but still.
Hey, you know what you want. We can suggest things we think you might want, but in the end, only you can truly answer that. But that's okay. Tons of people don't know what they want, and I'm sure with time you can figure yourself out. And just know, we'll be with you every step of the way. Okay, your trusty pseudo companions.
I just hope I have enough time to figure it out.
So, don't do it for Twilight. Do it to prove that you're better than everyone, and especially him. You're one of the last survivors of the Time War, the most clever of the Time Lords. You're the Time Lord Victorious. That means the laws of time belong to you, and they should obey you.
This really isn't helping, you know.
Maybe you're a clone, maybe everything and everyone you know is fake, including yourself, but it doesn't matter because it's real to you. You're going to want to live with whatever happens, so why not try to steer things into going the right direction? Do it for yourself, if no one else.
It's easy for a normal person, but I have the universe on my shoulders when I don't want it.
Doc, is it possible for two blogs within a time to exist without the owner knowing about the changes that happen in either the past or future? Meaning, we've seen what has happened on both your blogs and Derby's blogs running at the exact same time.
Wait, you mean her archive hasn't fully reached you yet? That's odd. More odd, I don't even remember how I set it up.
Speaking of super incredible, remember that Ponyville with the wine and the butter and the puns? Something big happened there recently, so maybe you should look it up. At least just to see if you can still access that place.
The Punverse. I thought I fixed their big problem already.
Pony is gone.
What? No access? It looks like they closed off their dimensional wall.
Yeah, we know.
The hell did I miss?
Oh no, what's the problem now?
Not my problem, that's what.
Well, that looks like a task to look into trying to help or something. Could you give more time to mull over the Twilight Timeline issue?
There's nothing I can do for the Punverse. Whatever happened to them, it's their issue to deal with.
Will you be able to face your Twilight again, now that you've been to her past and seen the moment her life went wrong, and you've been to the future and learned her ultimate fate? Do you still think you could change your timeline and fix it all? If you could, are you willing to?
I don't know. I guess it would be up to her, wouldn't it? But whether I can go through with it is another issue entirely.
You want... Oh shit, that's my place. Okay, there we go. You want to be selfish, fine. Do it because she matters to you. Because you enjoy seeing her smile. Because you don't want to lose her. If this is something selfish, then find a selfish reason to do the right thing. Otherwise, you're losing out along with everybody else.
I do want her to be happy.
Maybe you can ask Twilight for your help without letting her know that she killed the real Pinkie Pie.
Twilight is incredibly insightful. I'm sure she'd figure it out. I just have to bite the bullet on this one.
You should visit future Sandy and LB when you have time. Hey, Doctor, it seems that the Lightning Blitz and Scooter are doing fine, except they're both with the escaped criminals Starlight Glimmer, and they're trying to fix their universe. Maybe after you get rid of Octavia, you could try to find them.
It has been a while since I checked in, but I wouldn't want to go into their future and anchor anything in place. Still, maybe I could visit.
Doc, the last time we saw Twilight update her blog, it was right before she answered the door. After that, we don't know.
Wait, she stopped updating her blog?
After you kick Octavia out, you should go visit Twilight and Lightning Blitz. So you could travel back a few days into the past. Apparently Lightning Blitz ended up transported back to his universe somehow.
Transported? Back? Oh no.
That is it. You're visiting Twilight right now for company. And if you're not going to do it, then Anita is going to bring you to the library herself.
You don't have to tell me twice.
And there we go. That was beautiful.